If you've run a red light in Tallahassee, you may have received a ticket without a police officer ever pulling you over. Eyewitness News reporter Andy Alcock tells us more about these red light cameras in his special report, Safety or Profit.
There's all sorts of problems with this system.
Paul Henry served as a Florida sheriff's deputy and state trooper for over 25 years. An opponent of red light cameras, Henry is now one of two lobbyists for the Florida Campaign for Liberty.
We're trying to restore our constitutional republic through limited government, fiscal responsibility, free markets.
Here's how the red light cameras work. When a vehicle crosses the white stop line and enters the intersection after the light turns red, it triggers the camera. A review by the camera company and a Tallahassee police officer then determines if a ticket is issued. Henry looked at data from red light cameras in 4 cities, now including Tallahassee. Specifically, he looked at crash data a year and a half before and after cameras were installed at 6 city intersections. Law enforcement began a month after the cameras were installed. Henry's analysis found 3 intersections had a decrease in red light running crashes after the cameras, while 3 others had an increase. And he found 4 of 6 intersections had an overall increase in crashes.
When you, however, look at the injury and rear end crashes, those have gone way up. So these cameras are a net sum loss overall to the citizens of Tallahassee from a safety perspective.
The real issue is you have to look at all the data. You can't just go pick 3 months here or 18 months here or counting only the time that a certain number of cameras were installed.
While Henry looked at a year and a half, the city looked at 1 year's worth of data before and after camera enforcement began at the same 6 intersections. According to the city's figures, overall crashes decreased 22% after the cameras compared to before them. At the Monroe and Tennessee intersection alone, city leaders say red light runs they monitored decreased from 400 to 15 per day.
The bottom line is we believe people have changed their driving behavior.
While Henry and the city's Michelle Bono say each other's data is skewed, there's no disagreement about the money involved with red light cameras. If a Tallahassee police officer writes a ticket, the city collects $15. The city gets up to $75 or 5 times that amount from a red light camera ticket. In fiscal year 2011 alone, the city collected more than $400,000 from red light camera tickets.
There's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of money for these cities involved.
There is a small revenue component.
There are other differences. When a TPD officer writes a ticket, he gives it to the driver. A red light camera ticket goes to the registered owner of the vehicle. Any confusion must be cleared up in 60 days or the cost of the ticket jumps from $158 to $271. Andy Alcock, WCTV Eyewitness News.